Pleasure to welcome you to Milton Keynes. I mean,
thank you, Mark.
You're
it's a lovely place you've got here.
It's absolutely marvellous.
Huge
sunshine.
grinds.
This is almost like, you know, California or somewhere.
I stepped off the plane today. I thought I was in Nairobi. It's unbelievably hot. What is it, 96 or something this afternoon when it came in? Incredible, just amazing.
Is this why you're here so early before the gig? I mean,
I'd like to have a sunbathe. No, I like to just catch the bands and see who, you know. I mean, as they're working with me, it's sort of disrespectful to not least look at them. I like the first band immediately. I thought they were great, two-way street. I thought they were really good.
Now, I don't know very many major acts who are headliner billed and who actually bother to turn up. Does this mean you still buy records by new bands?
It means that I get up at a reasonable hour. Yes, I do. I buy a lot of new records. I like music very much.
What were the last records you bought?
Well, the last one I bought was Goo by Sonic Youth about 2 weeks ago. It's only got 3 tracks on it. They're worth a toss. I think I was disappointed because I like their stuff an awful lot, but now they seem to be backtracking on what they've already done. I think probably because it's the first major label that they've been on, so I think they probably want to say, well, if they missed it the first time round, we'll do it again. But there are 3 good tracks on it, and I'm waiting the Pixies' next album. It should come out next week. Other than that, Dinosaur Jr. have got a good album coming out. No, not Cocktail Twins, I haven't got that.
That's just about to come out. Okay, so Sound and Vision. You look happy, you're smiling a lot. Are you enjoying it?
I'm ecstatic, Mark. No, it's great. I'm having a ball. But I'm working with Adrian Blue, so he's a very funny guy to work with. It's a very buoyant show. I mean, the after-show life, you know, generally, I mean, that's usually a sort of... you can't really say that about working on a tour, but this has been wonderful because both Adrian and I do get up, as I said earlier, a reasonable hour, and we've been able to get out and about, and kind of every city that we've been to, we've gone out of our way to make each town worth going to.
This is interesting.
So I know a lot more about Cleveland than I ever did before.
But the thing about this is that regularly tour travelling is not the ideal kind of travelling to see places.
No, it isn't. I don't know what's made the difference. I guess because we're taking the bus such a lot, and it feels a lot more sort of civilised than when you're just flying from gig to gig. You feel as though you possibly are in big business, you know, and you can sort of kid yourself that you're just sort of on a holiday tour when you're in a bus, and it feels a lot more sort of real.
This tour might also be extra fun.
It's a lot more dangerous. I think I'm wondering if I shouldn't have gone by plane after all.
You don't like flying there?
I loathe it, yeah.
Well, it's obviously, I mean, I would imagine this tour would be good fun also because it is a greatest hits tour. I mean, you build it as the Bowie fans' choice.
I think it wouldn't be fun. It is fun because of that, but it wouldn't be if I thought I was going to have to go back out on the road again at some point and do them again. I mean, half the sort of motivation for doing this is that I could do it with enthusiasm because I won't be doing these songs again. I mean, there are songs, frankly, that I really had a hard time getting it up for, you know. I mean, it's difficult to sing Changes and Rebel and all those things and not think, heavens, I've been doing these for 20 years, you know, and it's like, but because it's the last time, I can really get quite excited about them.
That's very good. Let me ask you about the phone lines that you opened and people voted for their favourite Bowie song. Did they actually affect how you planned out your set?
80% of it. I thought I'd do 80% of their choice and 20% of mine just because I can. I think the annoying thing was that it was fairly predictable in a way, but I guess I asked for that. I mean, the songs that we were asked to do are pretty much what I mean, I'd already put half of them in the programme. The lyrics. I'm thinking, oh, they're bound to. I mean, if I say they probably asked me to do Space Oddity, then, well, hey, sure enough, you know, we got Space Oddity, but that's fine, that's all right, because not everybody knows very many of my albums. That's okay.
I think you're being rather modest on that.
No, it's true. You'd be surprised.
So, did you in any sense have to relearn some words for these old songs? I mean, you haven't played all of the old songs on a tour.
Every single one of them, Mark. Every single one of them. Yeah, I had to. I mean, things like Ziggy Stardust, I'd almost forgot. I mean, I'm purposely almost trying to forget that because, I mean, it was so representative for me of an era that's gone, and it was so 72, 73, you know. And it was hard to kind of... but surprisingly enough, that's now become one of my favourite songs to sing on this tour, out of character. I mean, just as a straight song, it's a nice song to sing.
You seemed also, when I saw the Tin Machine tour, to be enjoying a very small audience tour.
Yeah.
This is completely different.
Yeah.
Will the Tin Machine project come together again?
Oh, it's already... I mean, we've finished the next album. We did that in January this year, and it comes out end of this year, and then we go out on the road February next year.
Are the Tin Machine albums quick albums as opposed to David Bowie albums that sometimes take quite a long time?
Yeah. I don't know about my take that. I mean, Let's Dance took me 3 weeks. That's not really very long. I'm not known as being a guy that goes in for... because I get bored too quickly. If it's not sounding good in about 3 or 4 weeks, then I'd rather just stop doing it. But no, this last album with Tin Machine, it took about 5 weeks. That's because we wrote an awful lot of stuff, and we've knocked it down to 14 tracks. So we're very happy with it, and we're terribly excited about working next year. Really excited. I can't wait. This is a hell of a band. It really is.
So that's your excitement post all these greatest hits. I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, I like reading a lot as well. That keeps me excited. I've just been very disappointed. The book that I went for today is out of print for 3 years.
For 3 years?
Yeah. I had a copy of it and I lost it on tour, and I went back to Foyles and they've said it's out of print. So if anybody out there has got a copy of The Renaissance Artist at Work by Bruce Cole, please send me it.
Send it to me and I'll pass it on.
Yeah, do that.
So part of this tour is playing in Eastern Europe, the dates which were added after the walls came down. That must be quite exciting.
Is it? I suppose so. I'm fed up with all that. I'm not.
Why did you add
really
the dates
interested.
then?
No, I mean, I like going to the East, but I mean, all the wall business, I mean, there's such a load of hyperbole about it. I mean, there's going to be an awful lot of problems with that particular situation. Still, it'd be nice to see what's happening now. Won't be the Berlin I remember, though.
Okay, 2 more questions.
Yes.
Films, what's coming up?
What, got any?
I haven't got any good scripts, but now you're asking, I'll work on one. No, seriously. You're obviously offered so much stuff. There must be something you want to do.
Daily. I can't open my doors anymore. I'm doing a comedy, as it happens, just after the tour. A quickie with Rosanna Arquette and Kelly Lynch, who was in Drugstore Cowboy, which I'm quietly, you know, as all rock people are, terribly excited about it, because nobody ever offered me a comedy before, because they always saw me as sort of being very po-faced, and but I met the director and we had a couple of drinks together and I got the part.
I think he obviously has a sense for good business, David.
No, rock stars are traditionally dreadful box office.
This may be a question you can't answer because other people have asked it before, find it very difficult, but do you have a favourite of your own songs?
Do you know, it's an awful, that's a dreadful, well, at the moment, yeah, there's a song on the next Tin Machine album called Goodbye Mr. Red, which I'm particularly, there's an enigmatic answer. Yes, a song you've never heard, a song that's not even out yet and won't be for 6 months. Goodbye Mr. Red, that's my favourite song.
That's a hot tip from David Bowie. Thank you for your time.
My pleasure.